Welcome to all. In this video, we'll discuss about module number 5. The topic is linear algebra. In this topic, we discuss the subtopic of Gauss-Seidel method. Okay. Already we discussed Gauss elimination method and Gauss-Jordan method by the matrix form. How to solve the unknown, how to find the unknown variables by using the matrix form. And this is Gauss-Seidel method. Here also we have to find the unknown variables value, okay, by using the iteration method. Okay. So we'll discuss a process. So Gauss-Seidel method. Okay. It is an iterative method for solving a system of linear algebraic equation which is diagonally dominant. Okay. So the coefficient, first we have to check the coefficient if the condition is satisfied or not. Okay. If the condition are satisfied, we apply the Gauss-Seidel method. Otherwise, we can change the equations. Okay, what is the first one? A11 plus A12 plus A11 greater than A12 plus A13. For example, the first equation like this. Okay, this is A11, this is A12, and this is A13. What is the first condition? A11 greater than A12 plus A13. So 10 is definitely greater than 1 plus 2, 1 plus 1. Okay, so 10 is definitely is a greater than 2. So the conditions are satisfied. Okay, not only the first equation, we have to verify the second equation and also the third equation. If not satisfied, we can replace the equations. Okay, I explained the problems. Okay, see the first problem. So solve the following system of the equation by Gauss-Seidel method. Okay, so read the question carefully. If it is Gauss elimination method or Gauss Jordan method or Gauss Seidel method. Okay, so read the question carefully and understand the concept. So the equation is 10x plus y plus z equal to 12, x plus 10y plus z equal to 12, x plus y plus 10z equal to 12. Okay, so for all the three equation satisfy the three condition. You can verify. I verified first equation is satisfied. Not only first one, second and also third is satisfied. Okay, so Gauss Seidel method. So the equation are diagonal dominant and the equation are put in the following form. Okay, so the first one x, so taking remaining opposite direction we get x. In the first one, write the x equal to function, and the second one can write y equal to function, and the third one can write z equal to function. The first one, this is equation 1, and this is equation 2, and this is equation 3. From equation 1, x equal to 1 by 10 into 12 minus y minus z. Similarly, y by the second equation and z by the third equation. Now we can substitute the initial condition. So let us start the trial solution. X equal to 0, y equal to 0, z equal to 0, 0 comma 0 comma 0. If the initial condition not given the equation, we have to choose this initial condition. Okay. Sometimes they will given the initial condition 1 0 0 like this. Okay, so we have to choose the initial condition 0 0 0. Okay, then substitute x power 1. The meaning is first iteration. We can substitute x value and y value and z value in the equation. We get 1.1 by using calculator. Okay, we get 1.08 and we get 0.972. So this is the first iteration. So I denoted 1. Okay, the next one, second iteration. What is the second iteration? What we'll do in the here second iteration, we can substitute x1 value, y1 value, z1 value. The first iteration we substitute x equal to 0, y equal to 0, z equal to 0. After substituting we get x is 1.1, y is 1.08, z is 0.972. In the second iteration we can substitute the first iteration value. Okay, if you substitute the first iteration value, we get x2, y2, and z2. Okay, this is 2. This one for the second iteration. Okay. Now compare the iteration x power 1 and x power 2 If it is equal means we can stop the process. So two consecutive values are equal, we can stop the process. If not equal, we can do the next step. Not only x, we can substitute y, we can compare the y and we can compare the z. Okay, so this is the process. Okay, next we can substitute these three values in the equation. We get x3, y3, z3. Now compare this one and this one, and this one and this one, and z into z. Okay, two consecutive values, it's not equal. Okay, so next step, the fourth iteration, we can substitute. We get x power 4 and this is y power 4 and this is z power 4. So it is equal to 1, it is similar equal to 1, it is exactly equal to 1. Now compare the third iteration and the fourth iteration. What is third iteration? 0.99965, here also 0.999. Okay, and here 1.000, here also 0 point is similarly same, here similarly same. Okay, so clearly this is x value is 1, y value is 1, z value is 1. If you do the next step, x power 5, exactly the same answer will come. So hereafter, x power 4 equal to x power 5 and x power 5 equal to x power 6. So hereafter, you will continue the process. The exact answer definitely will come 1, 1, 1 only. Okay, so the solution of the equation is 1. So we can substitute this value in the equation, the verification. If you substitute here, 10 plus 1 plus 1 equal to 12. So 12 equal to 12, the answer is correct. The equation is satisfied. Okay, that's all. So next the same, we'll discuss another problem. So clearly here also satisfy the condition. 5 is greater than compared to 2 and 1, and 4 is greater than compared to 1 plus 2 is 3, and 5 is greater than. Okay. So carry out 4 iteration taking the initial approximate to the solution of. So this is the initial condition. They directly given the by using this initial condition. Okay. So from first equation we can write the x equation. From second one we have to make y. Then third one we have to write z equal to. Okay. So first one x equal to, second one y equal to, third one z equal to. Now substitute the value of initial condition 1, 0 and 3. So x equal to 1, y equal to 0, z equal to 3. If you substitute in each equation, you will get this one. So this is the first iteration. Next, the second iteration, we have to substitute x equal to this value, y equal to this value, and z equal to this value. Okay. So shortly we applied. I explain next video how to use the calculator a simple way. Okay. If you substitute, we'll get this is x2, y2, z2. Okay. The meaning is second iteration x power 2. Okay. After that, we can substitute x2, y2, z2 value here. Then compare this solutions x and x, y and y, z and z. So we have to take 4 iteration. Okay. 4 decimal, you can consider 3 decimal. So 1.096 here, nearest value. Here 2.016, here 2.013, here 2.974, here 2.995. So we'll move the next iteration. Here clearly we get 0.995, here 0.998, here 2.003, here 2.013, and here 2.99, and here 2.99. Okay, if you do the next step, definitely the answer is satisfied. X equal to 0.9958 and y equal to 2.036 and z equal to 2.994. So if you're doing the fifth iteration, okay, so if you're doing the fifth iteration, definitely the consecutive values are equal. That meaning is x power 5 is equal to x power 4, and y power 5 is equal to y power 4, and z power 5 is equal to z power 4. So if the two consecutive values are equal, we can stop the process. Okay. So this is the Gauss-Seidel method. Okay. So I hope you all understand the concept. The process is nothing, just we can apply the new constant, new solution of the x, y, z in the next and next equations. Okay. So when we can stop the process, if two consecutive equations are equal, then we can stop the process. Don't not only you can compare x, we have to compare x, y, z. So each and every variable satisfied the consecutive solutions will stop the process. Okay, so this is the one way I have to find the unknown variables values. Okay, so thank you. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any doubt, you can comment in the YouTube. Okay. So